Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh got the mic, Justin got the stats. Double trouble duo, brothers got the facts. Breaking down plays, it's a game day feast. Tigers on the prowl, from the west to the east. Crunching numbers, tossing jokes in the mix. Hot takes flying, like a 3-point switch. Still be pride, yeah, it's more than a vibe. In the jungle of sports, we the kings of the tribe. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh and Justin bringing fire to the floor. Tigers roar loud, we run the score. Every week they back for more. Justin breaking news, got the stats on lock. Josh got the quips, punchlines that pop. Game tape rolling, dissecting the plays. Highlight, real shining, Tigers amazed. Rival teams tremble, fearing their cleats. Seals beat Tigers, undefeated beats in the zone. Every call they dissect, respect the grind. Every angle they inspect. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Yeah. Tiger talk, yo, they can't.
Yep, Josh and Justin, the duo so clean. Mic in their hands, ruling the scene. Call plays sharper than the Tiger's claw. Seals beat pride, they the hometown law. Studio lights brighter than Friday nights. Breaking it down like ref calls fights. Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? From the kickoff to the whistle, they spit gold. Breaking it down like a game of foes. Justin got the stats.
What's going on out there in Silsbee, Texas land and surrounding areas? It's just not we don't just do Silsbee here, but we we do have viewership around the area here, and we appreciate that. Sometimes all the way to Argentina. John, do you know this? We have one. Look at the analytics. We do have one viewer from Argentina. I am sure that it's not a bot. It's not a bot. I'm almost for certain. It must be somebody for real, watching down there in Argentina land. Hey, welcome to Rolling on the Field. I am your host for tonight, Joshua Marvel. You'll notice that Justin is not here. In his stead, Mr. Jacob. Say hi, Jacob.
Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm Jacob. I'm one of the producers here at Rolling on the Field, and thank y'all for having me fill in for Justin tonight.
Absolutely. Jacob does a really good job of staying honest when he's back there behind the glass and kind of staying ahead of us. It's pretty neat to see, and we wanted you to know that we appreciate that, Jacob.
Thank you.
And I think people notice that you're ahead of us. You kind of think the same way that we do, and that's cool. Justin is not here. And we will talk about that shortly. John, we haven't procured any sponsorships for the current year thus far. We're working on that. If you would like to sponsor the show, we are available for sponsorships. Talk to John up here at Satsuma Valley Studios. He will take your order if you'd like to. If you'd like to sponsor some goof asses for a specified length of time. We are Rolling on Field. We're live here. We have a chat over here that we do like people to interact on. So jump in and feel free to comment on anything that we talk about. We do ask that if you do comment live in the chat that you don't talk negatively about amateur athletes or local coaching. Let's keep all that to a minimum. If they, like we always say, if they make millions of dollars to do this, feel free to bash them. We don't care about that. Yes. The call-in line is open 409-554-9445. If you would like to call in, we will also talk to you live on air. So you can call in, you can jump in the chat. We're available to you. You can comment on anything. You can give us your thoughts. We always love that. we just to let you know for new viewership, we are Rolling on the Field. We are a sports program show
Ish.
We BS a lot, but we do follow local sports a lot. We do some national topics. Welcome in if you are new. We like to have fun with it, and we kind of BS about it too. Justin, our normal host, is not here tonight. He is at a training now. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. How'd y'all do in the freeze? I put out on the I felt like Frankie Carbone in the meat truck in Goodfellas. It's going to take me 3 to 4 days just to thaw out, before I can function. But there's Frankie Carbone hanging in the meat truck. Of course, he got whacked because after the Lufthansa heist. But anyway, if y'all are big Goodfellas heads like me, y'all know that. But anyway,
I feel like that's probably what Justin's at training for, is ice skating.
Something similar, probably. It's whatever it is. It's fruity. I promise you that. It's like the Jerky Boys used to say. It's fruity. I'm dating myself talking about the Jerky Boys. Anyway, so let's talk about Justin. Let's talk about, he did not get in trouble because at school he did not get grounded. We do have other people here who can't fulfill their obligations because they got in trouble at school. Hey, that's fine. I'm not in school anymore. I get in trouble at home. Look, here's Justin right here, okay? This is Justin. He is at... I'm sorry, this train.
We should have watched a train cam.
We should have watched a train. We should have watched SilsbyTrainCam.com, and we would have known that the train was coming through to bother us. But anyway, we did not. I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like that horn right there was unnecessary.
That's probably Justin out there in his fire truck.
It probably is. It's at some point the horn gets unnecessary. Okay, you're already past the crossing. Nobody's coming anymore. Anyway, Justin is at a training. He's at his annual fire school. Justin plans his whole year around this. If you don't know Justin, he starts talking about fire school immediately after the previous year's fire school ends. He starts talking about the next fire school. He loves that. This is his favorite event of the whole working calendar of the year. He loves it. Just ask him. He'll tell you all about it. Okay, so they go over to College Station. There he is. He's a fireman. F is a fireman. He goes over to College Station. He trains in industrial firefighting because he does work. Not quite yet, John, on that one. I have some ideas of, because we don't really know. He just tells us that it's important, that he has to go, and he tells us how important it is, and that he has so much fun, and that he loves going to College Station for this. But he doesn't really tell us what he does. So we're just left to assume.
I can tell you, when I went to fire school at College Station, my favorite part about it was leaving. There
you go. So, we're only left to assume what Justin has fun doing there. And one of the things that I assume is there's a bunch of guys walking around that look sort of similar to these two gentlemen that we're about to show you. There's one, is that why Justin's, there's another one. Look, is that why Justin's so attracted to fire school? I don't know. Could be. We're going to assume it is, and we're just going to play like it's a fact. I think that's fair. He's out there, he's climbing ladders, he's he's doing fire stuff, he's pulling on hoses, and
as long as he don't come back with one of them fire calendars.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's got them all. You know, he's pulling on hoses and he's connecting his nozzles and anyway, that's what we're thinking that he does. John, what's that? Is there another picture attached to what Justin does at fire? Oh, that's what I would be doing at fire school if I was in College Station. Okay, there you go. That's if you're in College Station, I feel like that's the fire you need to put out right there. So, you know, we just lost some Aggie fans right there. And of course, you know what Justin told me? I said, "Are you going to go to Brookshire Brews?" Okay, if you're a watcher of the show or somebody who tunes in normally, you know that we love the Brookshire Brothers in College Station across from Reed Arena. I think that's on George Bush. Anyways, right across from Reed Arena. We love the Brookshire Brothers there because it has a bar inside of it. And it's called Brookshire Brews, Brookshire Brother Brews. And the first time I told Justin and John about it, they didn't believe me. But I was in there, I'm a consistent patron of this establishment when I do go to College Station. So it's really fun. There's always people in there. They have a club attached called what is it? Club 12 or something like this. Play off the 12th man or whatever. But anyway, I always thought that was cool. Justin said he wasn't going to go to Brookshire Brews this time, so I was like, well, whatever. He doesn't drink anymore, so that's kind of sort of. Yeah, yeah. F is for fireman.
I have a feeling that if our Brookshire Brothers had a Brookshire Brews, we'd probably be doing a show there.
We definitely partner with them. But also, if our Brookshire Brothers had a Brookshire Brews, the cops would be there all the time, I feel like. Just because of the location of our Brookshire Brothers. Not that it's a bad poor town or anything. It's, right across from the church. But maybe that's why they can't have a bar inside of our Brookshire Brothers because, it's too close to the church. I don't know. They can sell alcohol there. Anyway, Justin's over there in College Station. He is he's certainly living his best life. They're probably listening to a lot of Village People music, Firemen by the Village People. They're probably listening to It's Raining Men, things like that. It's it's a bunch of firemen together. What else are they going to do?
Justin probably made the whole drive to College Station listening to George Strait. They call me the fireman.
I call me the fireman. He probably did. He's like I said, he plans this whole at least the first 6 months of the year. He's gonna just ask him. He'll tell you. He loves that little journey over there and getting to go there and what does he say? Wear my LSU hat and got cursed. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, you're going to. Hey, if there's a place that you can't, that if you wear LSU gear, people kind of look at you funny. It's College Station. Like I've been a lot of places with LSU gear on. I own a lot of it, but College Station is one where they kind of look at you sideways. If they don't say anything, they at least look at you sideways, and that's okay because we give it right back to them. It's okay.
Justin, we're going to get you a hat that has a goose dressed like a firefighter for the next fire school.
That's right.
That way you don't have to wear LSU there.
Right here, we've got Sir Honks a lot. We're going to get him a fireman outfit just for you when you go to fire school next January or whatever. When you go to fire school, we'll have him dressed up and we'll say, Justin's not here, but Sir Honks a lot can be your fireman while you're gone.
He's not saying much tonight. He just underwent surgery. He's not feeling well. He
had neck surgery because I broke his neck last time we were here. Last time he was on camera with us, I did in fact break his neck. But he's all right. He's recovered. We gave him some good pain medication. He's a little loopy, but he's all right. we're moving on from fire school and gooses and stuff. We're making big plans here. We're actively trying to get things set up to better cover local sports for y'all. Believe it or not, I know we just went through a whole 10-minute spiel on people doing weird fireman stuff, but we do value our local sports, and we are actively networking and out there with the help of some of our other folks here at Satsuma Valley who are very valuable to us. We're actively out there trying to network and get better coverage of your local sports live on this platform, because we think this is probably the best, and it's interactive. So when we're talking about Silsbee football, we're talking about Silsbee basketball, we're talking about Silsbee soccer, Silsbee tennis, Silsbee swimming, Silsbee powerlifting. We're here, and you can actively engage. Show it again. Show Justin again. There you go. F is for fireman. But somebody please print that and post it on his on the bulletin board at his work. Anyway, we are on a serious note. Justin, please. He's always the one to interrupt the serious stuff. We are actively networking, trying to get better coverage of your local sports, and we will do that. And we love that. We love doing lives like this. Like I said, it's more interactive. You can talk about it. It's almost like a call-in sports show, except for the host, and that we're local people, and that you can pretty much feel free to say whatever you want to within reason, because we know all of you, and we're comfortable with all of you. So if you follow the show rules, we're here for you, and we want to continue to be the best, as Justin says, local sports show in the history of Silsbee, Texas, local sports shows.
I mean, we love Silsbee sports because we're here in Silsbee, but at the end of the day, we're sports fans and we love amateur athletes. So, yes. I mean, we want to reach out and be able to talk about amateur athletes all over Southeast Texas, not just here in Silsbee.
Absolutely. We want to, we're proud of everyone that we see out that goes to the next level and then goes to the league, and in any sport, football, baseball, gymnastics, track and field, swimming, what have you. We love to talk about local athletes and how good they're doing, and we're going to continue to do that. And this little plan we got to enhance that, I think it's going to be a good thing with help from others. We certainly want to get that done. So, speaking of amateur athletes and local sports, we're going to move on to our Super School News, which is what we call our segment of local Silsbee sports. There you go. Super School News. What was that? John can't figure out his buttons over there. So
he's doing what John does. He's pushing buttons.
He's pushing buttons. I don't think that's the right noise at all. But okay, well, here we go. We'll start out with boys basketball. Silsbee basketball, 11-16 overall, 6-1 district. They've won 7 of their last 8. They most recently beat Vider 75-51 and Lumberton 60-54, both on the road. They'll be home at versus Jasper on February 3rd, 6:15 tip-off on that game. Y'all get out there and support them. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. It's always a pretty full gym when it comes to Silsbee sports here at home, Silsbee basketball especially. We will. I have a plan to update the season I always have a hard time with this one. Statistics leaders next week's show, and we're going to do that for both boys and girls basketball and soccer, especially. Girls basketball is 15-13 overall. They're 7-2 in district. They've won 7 of their last 9. We're on a pretty good clip here on both boys and girls. Their most recent victories were against Vider. They won. I may have gotten that score wrong. It's 74-33. Is that correct? Look that up. I may have gotten that one of those numbers wrong when I typed it out. They also beat Lumberton 65-64, which is the most recent one. They were both at home. They will face Jasper on February 3rd at Jasper. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip. 74-33. Well, that was just a tight victory, wasn't it? Anyway, move on to we're going to get we want desperately to get seasoned statistics leaders for all these sports. Problem is we have to get those from people who need to communicate with us or max preps. And unfortunately, some of these other sports that are kind of not, I wouldn't say not major, because we love soccer. We love everything local, but some of these they don't get updated on max preps. And you get your stuff from there. You get your stuff from coaches. That's another reason why we say that we're going to do a better job of getting out there and getting these statistics wrapped up a little bit better for y'all, so we can report on them. Boys soccer is 4-7 overall. They're 0-1 in district. They're on a 2-game skid here. Most recently they lost to Hargrave 5-0 and Vider 5-1. Both of those games were away games. Next, they face Jasper at home on January 30th. That is a 5 o'clock kick. Girls, go ahead.
And that was the first district game for them.
That was right, correct. That was the first district game. So, long way to go there. Hopefully, they can pull out some wins in district and get up there for seeding. I would say that I feel like both boys and girls programs have been playing very well. Soccer's a hard thing. Soccer's a hard sport. Just like any other. Hopefully, as they continue on a district, they'll gel together a little bit better and get some wins under their belt. Girls soccer is 4-2 overall, 0-1 in district. They most recently lost to Vider 8-0. That was a tough loss, looks like. Next up, they have Jasper. That is at home, January 30th, 7 o'clock kick. So do boys and girls soccer play at home on the same night normally? They've got different kick times. Well, the reason I asked that is they both play on January 30th, and the boys kick at 5 and the girls kick at 7. So,
yeah, they play back to back.
They play back to back. Okay. So if you want to go and watch some good soccer, they're at Tiger Stadium back to back. You can see the boys and girls varsity. They probably rotate where the one plays early, one plays late. Each home game, something like that. Y'all go see them.
And speaking of girls soccer, if y'all go to the Silsbee ISD page and look on there, the soccer coach made a video, and she highlighted a lot of the girls on there, and it was a good video to watch. I watched it today.
Yeah, that's a good one to go see. Y'all check that out. Y'all also check out. We get a lot of good information from Tiger Athletics. That's a good page to follow. Also,
Yep.
Girls tennis. First tourney of the season. Lauren Wise gets first in singles. Kaylee House and Melanie Alanis get second place in doubles, and Aiden Everett placed third in singles. So there you go. Girls tennis looking good. First tourney. And that's all we have local-wise.
Powerlifting.
Oh, powerlifting. Excuse me. We do have some powerlifting. Thanks, John. John's got a little spreadsheet pulled up here for us. Hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone so I can see it. Jacob, if you can see that.
I cannot.
You cannot. Okay, well, that's.
I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other one.
That's me too. So it's. I think my contact prescription needs to be upped. To be honest with you. Let's see where John has this thing. Okay, right here. Okay, so. I'm gonna do their totals. I'm gonna do their places and their totals. John. I think that'd be good. Okay, let's start out with the girls. Wait a second. No, this is the boys on top, right? Boys on top. Okay. Mason Fowler gets first in his class with a 615-pound total. Braden Boyd, fourth in his with a 865 total. Caden Weatherington places fifth in his class with an 830-pound total. Jaden Hicks is second in his class with a 1,115-pound total. Cashton Irvin, third in his class with a 1095 total. Fabian Villanueva, sixth in his class with a 1025 total. Excuse me. Kason Verrett, fifth in his class with 845 total. Sebastian Henry, third in his class with a 975 total. Cooper Miller, sixth in his class with 810-pound total. Jasper Brown, first in his class with a 985-pound total. Zach Roberts, second in his class with a 1,215-pound total. Adrian Pauly, third in his class with 1,195-pound total. And John Morgan, second in his class with a 835-pound total. As a team, the boys placed second with 42 points in that meet. Moving on to the girls.
Now you can see it.
Now, look at you, John. Blow it up for the blind guys. Okay, scroll on down. Let me see the girls. Oh, you got the girls. Okay. So the girls. We'll go ahead and say that they placed second as a team with 53 points. In that meet. Caitlin Willis there. Can they see this, John? Just us. Okay. Caitlin Willis was first in her class with a 325-pound total.
That's the second week in a row she's got.
Second week in a row she's got first place in her class. Congratulations to Miss Willis. Bridget Ringo is second in her class with a 370-pound total. Excuse me. Ariana Gilder first in her class with a 940-pound total. Emmy Lejeune, third in her class with a 300-pound total. Lexi Thornhill, second in her class with 315-pound total. No, I'm sorry, 760-pound total. I'm sorry, shortchanged you by a lot there, Miss Thornhill. That's 760-pound total. Yes, thank you for that, John. Please highlight things because I can't. There's a lot of numbers, and I'm not dyslexic or anything, but possibly. Okay, so Faithlin Allen placed fourth there in her class with a 495-pound total. Trinity Wisnet, fifth in her class with a 455-pound total. Jaden Wisnet, first in her class with a 685-pound total. Kaylee Swarby, fifth in her class with a 510-pound total. Remy Laird, first in her class with a 765-pound total. Denasia Arthur, second in her class with a 665-pound total. Josephine Campbell, fifth in her class with a 435-pound total. And Brandlin Hoke, third in her class with a 590-pound total, excuse me. So we've got 4 first place finishers in their class for the girls powerlifting team there. It's pretty impressive. John, scroll back up to the boys. How many first place finishers did we have in the boys? 1, 2. 2, still impressive. 2 and a couple seconds. I do remember. Yes, I do remember Miss Ariana Gilder. Okay, look that up. Ariana Gilder, a veteran powerlifter there for Silsby.
I'm gonna grab my phone real fast because I had something like that for the boys too.
Okay, go ahead with that. John's shuffling around. He's trying to do stuff. Oh, he's bringing Jacob his phone. That's very nice of you, John.
Thank you.
You forget, I'm a good producer. I do forget. I did it for 5 years. Yeah. I forget. That's for sure. And I'm gonna let you look that up, and I'm gonna talk to John about something.
I have the boys' regional ranks. For regional ranks, let me make it a little bigger here. Mason Fowler is ranked number 4. Braden Boyd is ranked number 27. Caden Wethington is ranked number 28. Jaden Hicks is ranked number 7. Cashton Irvin is ranked number 8. Fabian Villanueva is ranked number 16. Sebastian Henry is ranked number 18. Kaysen Verrett is ranked number 24. Cooper Miller is ranked number 26. Jasper Brown is ranked number 18. Zach Roberts is 14. Darian Polly is ranked number 8. And John Morgan is ranked number 9. And then it looks like their total for the West Orange meet was a total of 48 points. 42 points, I'm sorry.
So we were looking up maybe regional or state. John, did you have an answer for me on that? Okay, well, we'll move on while you're looking it up. We can always come back to it. Sylvie has a long-standing tradition of excellence in the powerlifting program, and it's good to see them continue that. And you look at that little spreadsheet John brought up, and you see a lot of obviously there's a lot of interest in it, and that's a good thing because it is traditionally good program here in Silsby, and I think that the newer coaching staff has taken that up and help people understand that, hey, this we do this here. This is something that we excel at here, and that's a good thing.
One thing that I enjoy to see in Silsbee that you don't see at a lot of schools is, you know, you got your kids that play soccer, you got your kids that play football, you got kids that play tennis. In soccer, you see a lot of the same athletes playing all the different sports.
Absolutely. You got a bunch of cheerleaders that play soccer. You got a bunch of you got some cheerleaders that are on powerlifting team.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I've never seen it, but I've never seen a Tiger play tennis, but apparently Tiger Jim plays tennis.
Tiger Jim plays tennis? I'm going to have to see this.
Yeah.
This is worth a look. Video. We need video of this.
Or it didn't happen.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to need to see this for sure for me to believe it. So that's our local recap of sports happening right now in your Silsbee area. Like we said, we are efforting to expand that and have some better information for y'all going forward. Now, normally, Justin is our kind of local focus guy. He does a lot of that. And if you... Ariana Gilder, first in the region. Ranked first in the region powerlifting. Lacey Thornhill third in the region in powerlifting also. That's impressive. We've got some impressive things going on in our powerlifting program, all our programs. But anyway, like I said, we are efforting to provide y'all better information for our local sports, especially these sports that may not get as much attention as some because of the time that they take place or because that, you know, there's not as much participation. We are all about those sports. We want people to get recognized. We're going into baseball and softball season, who is another traditional area where Silsbee excels at. I know softball had a scrimmage that got canceled. Maybe it was Friday due to weather. Due to the impending weather anyway. But they will play Shepherd on the 30th at home, 6 o'clock first pitch. I believe that's their first game. That's what it shows on the schedule anyway. I could be wrong. The boys will play, baseball boys, will play on the 2nd at home versus Orangeville, 4 o'clock first pitch. Y'all get out there. Those are both at home. The concession stands will be open. Don't make an excuse. Well, it's during supper. We want to go eat. No, they're going to have stuff at the concession stands. I promise you. There's always a booster club or some kind of school organization that runs that concession stand. OpGrad sometimes does it. Sometimes it's a booster club. There's always some food there. You don't have any excuse not to get out and watch Silsbee softball and baseball right there at the school. Go support those young men and women.
I'll tell you, I was really surprised. I spent your wife's birthday with her at the basketball game, by the way.
Yep.
I was surprised by the amount of 3-point shots that the girls were taking. It was like they were shooting more 3-point shots than they were 2-point shots.
It's a different world right now. Basketball is a different world, isn't it?
It is.
And I don't want to get off too much on a rant here, but the last couple of years with the kind of, even though there's some friction between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Paige, what is her name? Burkers, and who is Justin's girl, John? Cunningham, Sophie Cunningham. That's Justin's lady, and Sophie Cunningham. With all those girls just excelling and looking good out there on the court. Women's basketball has really come along, and I say that as somebody who was a critic of the WNBA early, but I find myself more and more stopping on a WNBA game and watching it because it's a quality product now, whereas before it may not have been as quality. There's still good players there, but you can watch it and it looks similar to the NBA now. These athletes have come a long way, and they can compete like NBA players out there within their league, and it's fun to watch. And
I can tell you when I played basketball way back when, that was the roughest part of our games, was having to sit and watch the girls' basketball game, waiting for our games, because it felt like they were never going to end. But
it's not anymore, because like you said, you go to a high school basketball game now and you see some exciting things, and these girls are out there on the floor, and they're doing exciting things, and they're doing that because the game has evolved in their gender as such, where it's more competitive, and it's there's better players, and now it's okay for a girl to like to go play basketball, and whereas maybe earlier in our lives it was kind of not looked down on, but that's that kind of girl that plays basketball. She's a tomboy. She's there's a stigma attached to it, whereas now I don't think there is. You look at these ladies, they can do this, and they can also be what they want to be style wise, and if they want to have a line of clothing, if they want to do whatever they want to do, people don't look on them the same as they did probably, say, when the WNBA first come into play and was a league and everything. It's just how it is. It's fact is fact. I'm not trying to say one way or the other it's bad or good. Facts are facts. It's just more exciting now, and the ladies seem to take ownership of it and create their own brand. They've learned from seeing these other ladies in these other sports. Create your own brand and have that mentality about you that we're not less than other people because we're women. We may play different and it may be a little bit of a different game, but it's just as exciting. It's fun to watch. It really is. And I say that as a person who didn't like it at first. That's just me, but I believe me, I've found myself watching some WNBA games. Have you, Jacob?
I haven't. We pay to watch the football games at home, but we don't have any of the channels that do sports.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. In the streaming world now, where you have to get if you don't want to pay outrageous amounts for what cable wants you to pay for your the channels where you can get your sports, you have to find a way to stream your stuff, and sometimes unfortunately those like WNBA soccer, stuff like that, MLS soccer, stuff like that gets put on the back burner for those kind of things. They're gonna gravitate toward football, baseball, basketball. That's going to be their big things. But yeah, blame that on cable television. They've done this to you. They've done this to us. Anyway, that's my. I just wanted to get off, and we talk about that a lot. That you just brought up the fact that the game was more exciting.
Yeah, it was a lot more enjoyable to watch.
And it's because I think that the game for a female is evolving because of what they are looking at in their professional ranks. They're looking at this and they're saying, okay, this is I can be this now. I can do this now. I don't have to be limited on what, I think or what coaches think and what other people think that I need to be doing. And overall, that's a good thing. The Super Bowl set.
Womp, womp, womp.
Well, you're not excited about it, Jacob?
I mean, I got to give it to them. They all played their best. They got themselves where they are. But I'm never happy to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll tell you why I am in a second. But I am sorry for your Texans and that C.J. Stroud played a terrible game.
He did. Absolutely, he did.
And I'm not sure that after watching that game, it makes me wonder if he's the answer there. I don't know. I mean, are you still on board with C.J. Stroud?
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right. Well, there seemed like they're a good quarterback away.
In fact, I saw the other day where DeMeco Ryans actually had a meeting with the quarterback.
Yeah.
So there's some irons in the fire there.
There you go.
He had a meeting with Mr. Mendoza.
Mendoza, who is a fantastic quarterback who every time he interviews is actually auditioning for his next role in TV. He's almost robotic, and he keeps saying synergy. It's like he's attended too many. I hate that word too. It's like he's attended too many
college classes,
corporate conferences or something. I was like, synergy. That word went away a long time ago. People don't use that anymore. Where do you get that? Is your dad a motivational speaker for corporate seminars? Well, I mean, I don't know. He always seems, when he gets on camera, he seems like he's auditioning for his. Are we froze up, John?
Oh man, caught me with a smile on my face.
Yeah. We're good? Okay, all right. Yeah, it almost seems like he's auditioning for, a role on TV or whatever. And he may be a communications major. I don't know.
He might be the next Allstate commercial guy.
He could be. He's just he's very. He seems like he wants to be very put together and everything. Not that he's an awesome quarterback. That run in the national title game, where he got the first down, then took 2 shots going into the end zone. That's a gutsy run. You can't take that away from that man. He took some hits. He took some licks in that game. They still ended up winning, but we talked about that last week, so we're going to move on from that. We are talking about the Super Bowl. Patriots and Seahawks, a rematch. And do you remember what happened last time? And look up there. You see, I don't know if y'all saw it, and we should have got the video up. The Broncos guy walking in with the bottles and saying, "Warriors, come out to play." He didn't even do the voice right, because the guy's like, I got a real, he's like, "Warriors, come out to play." I think I went a little bit Hispanic on that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he had a weird voice when he did it in the movie, and the Broncos guy didn't. He was also not wearing shoes, which I don't know if that's accurate. The guy was in a car when he did it in the movie, so I don't know. But anyway, my first thought about that when I saw it was like, nobody's gonna get that, dude. Like, you're people my age and above, probably my age and maybe 10 years older, will be like, "Oh, that's awesome." But the people that you're playing in front of, the majority of your there you go. It's just a sound of the bottles, John.
Warriors, come out to play.
I started to bring some. I didn't have any bottles, but I started to bring some bottles and for the first of the show or whatever. But that, I mean, hey, for us that remember the movie, I mean, that was pretty cool. But I thought his whole reference would be lost with the younger viewership of the game, and it probably was. I'm sure they had to go look it up and even understand the reference. Probably because that's, hey, look, and that's this TikTok generation. Like, you know, now all of a sudden Stevie Nicks is like really big again because they play her all over TikTok. And some of these other bands that these kids have never heard of and singers that these kids have never heard of are popular again because they're a TikTok sound, right? Yeah, that could be. That's a good point. That could bring people around to the movie. That you know, it's that's kind of where we live in. Kids now, you know, that's a good point. Kids nowadays are looking for stuff that they haven't seen before, and that's kind of where the TikTok world goes. Is what used to be and what was in the past that we can use for a TikTok sound that would be unique. And that would get me, you know, some viral views. That's because I mean, let's be honest. That's what it's all about. Is kids want to go viral, and they want to have their TikTok shared and liked and their social media stuff go viral. So if they're you know, if they can find the right thing, the right combination of old things and new things, then you know, they might hit the gold. They might strike it rich. But anyway, one thing I do like about the Patriots is Drake May and his wife. Have you seen? So she's one of these. She's one of these. I was with you before you were big, type girls. She goes all the way back to middle school with Drake and May. Yeah. And I think that is worth applause. And I think it's worth applause that they stuck together that long. It doesn't hurt that she's cute. But he, you know, she's hung by him, obviously. You know, there's a middle school, high school prom, you know, him there at North Carolina, and then him in, you know, going to the Super Bowl with the Patriots. So that's pretty neat. And apparently she has like a little cooking show or something, or a cooking kind of live or podcast that she does or something. I don't know. I started looking her up because I'd never seen her before, and then they made a big deal about her at the game. And it's I think her name's weird.
What is her name?
Her name is Ann Michael May. It's always weird to me when a girl has a name that is typically a boy's name, but that would be, I guess that would be her secondary name. It's not her middle name, is it? Like, is it hyphenated? It's Ann Michael? Okay. There's no hyphen, so it's Ann Michael. Ann Michael. I don't know. Anyway, that's her little podcast cooking thing? Yeah. Beyond Bakeness. It's like Christmas, but
Bakeness.
Or is it like Bacchanal? What? I don't even know what that word means. What? Bakemas?
Well, it's like Christmas, but bacon, so bakeness.
Anyway, from what I've seen, she bakes a lot. So it's a wonder this cat ain't 300 pounds. You know, she looks like, you know, she wants to feed him very well, but he he keeps that quarterback figure, I guess. I don't know. I didn't expect him to be this good in the league. I will tell you that.
I didn't either.
Justin liked him initially, and I'll give Justin credit. In fact, his fantasy football team name this year, who won the fantasy football league, includes Drake May's name. Are you familiar with it?
Mm-hmm.
His name was May Penix Hurts. May Penix Hurts. Of course, Drake May, Michael Penix, and Jalen Hurts. It's a play on people's last names there. But anyway, Justin was a big believer in Drake May coming out of college. I'll give him that. He may have called it. If I was going to attach myself to anybody or anything to kind of root for, I think it'd be this. I think it'd be this because it's cool that they've been together for a long time, and I'd like to see them kind of win a Super Bowl together. This is kind of like the anti-Taylor Swift NFL, you know? So that's kind of what that's his wife. Yes, they got married. Yes, they did get married. So it's kind of the anti-Taylor Swift NFL relationship. Does that make sense?
Oh,
100%. 100%. So that kind of makes me root for them. It kind of makes me root for him, because the past couple of years they just shoved Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift down our throats.
I mean,
they should have been celebrating this.
It's not horrible that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl because Tom Brady's not there.
Yeah. I will say this.
I think I just have some discomfort with it because the game with the Texans. I feel like that game should have been a whole lot different.
Sure. And I'll say this is that the Patriots have a ton of guys out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and that's another reason that I'm going to be pulling for them, obviously. They've got Will Campbell over there. They got Keyshawn Butte, amongst others. I think they have a total of like 5 LSU Tigers that are on this team. Houston, I think, comes in second with LSU Tigers on their team, including Daniil Hunter, who I thought was very underrated in college. But anyway, this would be why I root for them. Now, do I think they're going to win? No, because I think the Seahawks are a very, very, very good football team.
Well, it's going to be a great Super Bowl game.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being a really good game. It is in San Francisco, so if you plan on attending the game and going around San Francisco, watch out for. They have a problem with homeless poop there, John. Right? Yeah. Like they have a whole mapping system that tells you where homeless people use the bathroom. And a couple years ago, I was listening to a podcast, and it was brought up on there. I tend to retain knowledge that's funny like that. It was brought up on a podcast I listened to a couple years ago that they have a mapping system that you can look up. It's actually an app that will tell you places to avoid because homeless people poop there in San Francisco. So, but they don't have a homeless problem.
Not at all.
Oh, you know what? Something. Another city that has a homeless problem is Seattle. And so, if there's a tie-in there, I don't know. Maybe they feel comfortable because they're in a town that is a lot like theirs. I don't know. Whereas the Patriots are going to be in a town where it's going to be muggy, and at this time of year they're used to the cold. I don't know. It's there's a lot of factors.
So they're playing in a town that does.
Huh? You found the app? You found the poop app?
I like how they say clusters.
It's clusters. Yeah, I would call it clusters.
So San Francisco doesn't have a problem with homeless. They got a problem with bathroomless.
That's correct. Yeah. But they have a problem with, I think it's more likely that they have a problem with shameless, because there's got to be alleys there, but these people are going. Yeah, they're just everywhere, and they have a whole mapping system so you can avoid it. So that's pretty gross. I'm sorry I brought that up.
Sounds like a pretty crappy situation.
That crappy situation. Rim shot. John, you missed that one. Bill Belichick. People are just hostile. That he is not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And to be honest with you, I think it's pretty crappy too. To segue from our previous conversation. Jacob, do you think Mr. Belichick should be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I mean, as a coach, I feel like he deserves it to an extent.
I think he deserves it too. Just he come up in the league at a time where in the 90s where it was still a different league back then. Running backs were more important. Running game was more important. It wasn't a passing league that it is now yet.
He didn't get his fame from post-2020 NFL football.
No.
That's why I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah. No. He did not.
Post-2020 NFL is completely different than anything before.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with that 100%. I think that post-2001 football is different than the previous decade. John, can you pull up Belichick's coaching tree? And you might have to blow this up because I don't. Okay. You might have to blow it up just so I can read it. Okay, so first off, let me let you know that Belichick himself is a Bill Parcells apostle, or I shouldn't have said apostle. he's not disciple. He's not holy. although Patriots fans would probably disagree with me, but disciple. Excuse me. He's a Bill Parcells disciple. You see his tree there. He's got Nick Saban, who was an early coach for him. Like I said, in those late 90s years, where he was still struggling with a league that wasn't quite to where he needed it to be yet. Bill O'Brien, Eric Mangini, Matt Patricia, who famously wore the clown Roger Goodell shirt, Josh McDaniel, Joe Judge, Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz, Romeo Crennel, who is probably also another one of those coaches who was earlier in his career. Is Romeo Crennel dead? Pour some out. Who? Al Grown. Yeah, that may be. That may be the least impressive of all of them. Most of them are coordinators or winners somewhere else. Romeo Crennel is not dead. Okay, sorry for putting you in a grave. Romeo Crennel is not dead. Nick Saban, Bill O'Brien. Yeah. Look, Bill Eric Mangini, I think, is an underrated coach. Bill O'Brien is an underrated coach. These are all really good football minds. Matt Patricia is a hell of a defensive coordinator. I don't think he was a very good head coach. Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz is about to get his second chance to come back in as a head coach in the league. Long time Lions head coach there. May the Schwartz be with you. That kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty impressive coaching tree, and then the tree that he come from is also pretty impressive. So, because of the Parcells tree, God, I wish I would have had the Parcells tree. I think the Parcells tree. Go ahead.
Romeo Crennel, he retired in 2022, but you know what his last job was?
What?
He was a senior advisor
The Patriots. The Texans. Okay, yeah, Romeo Crennel, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And Bill O'Brien, of course, famous with the Texans. Didn't succeed there, but was a good coach there. Jimmy Johnson was mad. He was mad. He was Port Arthur, Texas mad about Bill Belichick not getting in the Hall of Fame. And you can certainly go read that article. Now, I don't think that the Football Hall of Fame is as bad as the Baseball Hall of Fame as far as snubs. I do believe that Belichick will get in. People at some point the voting did not feel that he was the first ballot. I disagree with that. So does Jimmy Johnson. He's big Port Arthur mad, Pleasure Island mad about about Bill Belichick not going to the Hall of Fame. Also, one of our favorite Manning brothers, Eli, falls short of making Hall of Fame, but he'll get in. He won 2 Super Bowls. That's just going to be like one of those Shannon Sharp, Sterling Sharp things. They both belonged in the Hall of Fame. One of them got in before the other. That's just how it works sometimes. He didn't have the stats Peyton did, but he did win 2 Super Bowls before Peyton did. Maybe he had better teams around him, but he definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame. And I believe that would be, when he does get in, that'll be 3. Is Archie in the Hall of Fame? I'll tell you this: if Archie is in the damn Hall of Fame, Eli deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Archie,
I don't believe he is.
You don't think Archie's in the Hall of Fame? He may not be. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame in '89. He is not in the Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so Archie didn't have the same career. Let me move on. Belichick, we think he should have been a first ballot. Hey, what do we know? We just watch football and see that, he's probably one of the best coaches in history, but whatever.
I mean, he didn't make the Hall of Fame, but he could always go get him a commercial. Discount Belichick.
He could. Yeah, he could. Hey, look, end of the day, dude is still got a job, and he's going home at night to Jordan. I mean, and that's okay, What I mean, what does he have to be upset about? He knows he's going to get in. He's a multimillionaire. Yeah, I mean, he ain't hurting. I mean, he's going to go home, and what is he going to go home and have Jordan make him a ham and cheese sandwich and sob into it? I don't know. No. He's all right. He's doing okay. He's going to have him an adult beverage and sit by the pool, the heated pool this time of year, and he'll be all right.
Probably eats filet mignon for dinner every day.
Probably eats a filet for dinner for sure. I mean,
I would
too. Don't have any kids. I mean, ain't gonna have none.
Closest thing to a kid is what his female companion.
That's You're dead on there. I mean, he's got to take her to cheerleading practice and stuff. So I mean, it's but sometimes there's a carpool, and so he maybe sometimes. I wonder when Bill Belichick has to pull the cheerleading practice carpool. Is it like every 4th week or what? What do you think? I mean,
I know what happened, and this is just me assuming that she has parents. How did that conversation go? Between Bill Belichick and her parents?
The fact that he's probably older than her parents.
He's probably is older than her parents. He come in there with his cutoff hoodie, his cutoff sleeve hoodie, and was like, "Hey, listen, listen, I really like Jordan, and I think this is how it should go. I think maybe she should move in with me. We will.
She'll never want or need for anything.
Exactly. She'll never want or need for anything. I'll take her to cheerleading practice. I'll get her all the cheerleading bows that she needs. I'll get her a what's those backpacks that cheerleaders like so much? Dadgummit, I wish Lindsay was here.
Tiger Jim's probably over there asleep.
It's dadgummit, they're sparkly backpacks. Anyway,
Do you know what he's talking about?
this starts with R. It's not Roxy. Sparkly All-Star Cheer backpacks. Hold on, I'm looking at it. Rebel. Yeah. So Bill Belichick's sitting there with the parents. Look, I'll take her to cheerleading practice. I'll get her some bows. I'll get her a Rebel backpack. We'll make sure she's got the top of the line cheerleading shoes. And I'll take good care of her. We got a heated pool there at the mansion. We've got plenty of snacks. We've got plenty of ramen noodles and crackers and snack cakes and what have you. She'll be well taken care of. I would just like to approve this decision.
She's a good kid.
She's a good kid. She got good parents. If you don't know, that reference is to a gentleman who used to be way, way back. If you remember the Bob and Tom show, Tim Wilson did an impression of Bobby Bowden where he would say, he would do a mock press conference with Bobby Bowden, and he would be like, Coach, your players stole 40 pairs of jeans out of a Dillard's. They did, but they're good kids and they got good parents. Right, there you go. I didn't even know Belichick had any kids. You don't, Steven? Imagine that childhood.
My stepmom's 9 years older than me.
Talk about the most emotionally unavailable dad you could ever have. Yeah, pour some out for Tim Wilson. I miss Tim Wilson. He was the best, man. And he was on Bob and Tom a lot. And just a funny guy. I'm sure they miss him too. I don't listen. Bob and Tom kind of went away. When Bob Cavoyan left and everything, and it just wasn't the same anymore. They've got some. Every now and then I see a clip of their stuff, and it's still funny, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But anyway, yeah, Tim Wilson, man, he was awesome. They did, but they're good kids. They got good parents. Anyway, NFL coaching hires. John, we're looking at. You're gonna have to blow that up too. I can't see anything anymore. I have to have readers to look at my phone. Getting old. No, keep going. It don't matter if you cover up her face.
See where it says head coach tracker.
There you go. So we got Joe Brady, who has Chick McGee does a decent job, and Tim Wilson, Donnie Baker. Yeah, another one that the guy who did Donnie Baker passed away a couple of years ago. Pour some out for him. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but he was funny too. State law. Swear to God, it's state law, man. So, so you got Joe Brady right there, who's got LSU ties, and we remember him as passing game coordinator for LSU. Went out to the league. I think had a coordinator job. I think was a coordinator in Buffalo or some kind of assistant coordinator. I can't remember, but he gets promoted to the head job. You've got John Harbaugh there, who moves over to the New York Football Giants from Baltimore. He's still got a lot of life left. And Mike McCarthy, I think, is probably the worst hire of all of them. They're in Pittsburgh. I don't think Mike McCarthy could win there. I could be wrong. We'll see. I just was never impressed with him very much with the Cowboys. Robert Sela. Where was he at? Sala. No, I think it's Sela. But anyway, he's over to the Titans. He was with the Jets, I feel like, at one time.
Yeah, I want to say so.
Yeah. Anyway, he's over now to the Titans. Who got a decent enough roster. He might be able to do something there. Who's that up there at the top? Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski moves over to the Falcons.
I mean, this is just my opinion. I think the Falcons need some roster work.
I think they do too. We'll see. They're always kind of that team that you feel like could, surprise people. And they in the seems like the seasons that they do, you do feel like that. They never do. I don't understand 100% the move in Buffalo because they've been winning. It's not like they hadn't been winning. They hadn't got over that hump. But I don't know that Joe Brady is the guy to do it. I just don't know. And you know what we don't have on there is where is Mike from the Dolphins? Okay, yeah, he's the new coach for the Dolphins. But Mike, the old coach for the Dolphins, he went to the where did he go? San Diego? Not San Diego. Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
He was recently hired as the offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Yeah, not San Diego. I think they're L.A. now. There's not a team in San Diego anymore. Yes, he was hired as coordinator. I think he's in a better role as coordinator than he is as head coach. Although I didn't think he did a bad job with the Dolphins. He just I just don't think he's a head coach. I think he's better as a coordinator. So, but we'll see. We'll see what I think maybe the best hire out of all of these may be John Harbaugh to the Giants. That's right. I saw that. Yeah, who I don't know a whole lot about. I don't know a whole lot about him. He's an older coach.
I really was expecting to see Deion Sanders go.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying I wanted to see him go. I expected to see him.
I'm not on the Deion Sanders fan.
Who are the Raiders going to get after Pete Carroll? I mean, Pete Carroll, Justin says Pete Carroll was a spot filler. He was never really long term with the Raiders. I don't know who their candidates are.
You know a coach I miss seeing in the NFL?
Who's that?
Tony Dungy.
I do. And Tony Dungy, unfortunately, I think has gotten past the point where he could come back. He's now in his later years, and Tony Dungy was a good coach in the league for a long, long time. Not only as a head coach, but as a coordinator and positions coach and stuff. Defensive back by trade, he was a very good defensive mind.
So they're down to two. Davis Webb and Clint
Okay, Clint Kubiak, who is obviously going to be the son of Gary Kubiak, who was a very good coach for a long time, coached Texans, coached Broncos, where he played. He played for the Broncos behind John Elway, I believe. But Kubiak family has football running through them.
Apparently, Kubiak is not coming for a second interview, and it looks like a lot of people are behind Davis Webb.
Davis Webb. I don't know a whole lot about him.
I don't either.
So, Davis Webb
I think he was at Jackson.
a football coach he is offensive pass game coordinator for the Denver Broncos.
Okay, offensive pass game coordinator. Joe Brady was that for a couple of different teams, including in college. He was for LSU, which is the year that they had a very good passing game. So Joe Brady knows some football too, but I just don't know that the Bills made the right move there. How do you take a team that's winning most years and say, okay, we're just going to upend everything? I don't know. I don't know what the reason is.
Wasn't a smart move.
I don't think it was either. I think because now you have so much upheaval, and he's going to fire staff. He's going to bring in some of his staff. It's going to make things different there. There might be a learning curve. There might be a year where they're down just because of this, where they are literally just, right here. But anyway, so what we're looking at here is maybe the Raiders hiring Webb. So we still got the Cardinals up in the air. Cardinals is a hard place Arizona's a hard place to win football. They hadn't had much success any time with any coach. So that's probably why it's the last job being filled. It's really a kind of going to be a stepping stone, I think, for any coach. All these other ones kind of got in where they know that it's an established franchise, and they could possibly do some good things there. The Browns is maybe the second least desirable, just because they're the Browns.
I feel like the Cardinals will be the next NFL team to up and move.
Yeah, they could be, and that may be a good thing. Who knows if they don't move to St. Louis and have two St. Louis Cardinals teams there? I mean.
So, I can tell you for the Cardinals, Mike LaFleur has interviewed twice now, like for 2 days. So,
Yeah, well, if you've got a second interview, chances are you're going to get in on there. So you're looking for him maybe as the out of all these, I would say that I would still go back and say that John Harbaugh probably got the best end of it all. I think he's going into a place where he's got plenty of room to win. He's a good coach. He'll be able to build a roster there that can win.
He's a good coach. He's got a good team.
Yeah, he got a good team. He's a good coach. Yeah, so he's got good parents. He's definitely got some. There's some athletic genes in there because him and his brother both played football and are football coaches. So there's definitely some kind of athletic gene in there. I don't know. I'm not real sure about John, but I do. Yeah, and Jim Harbaugh should have never left Michigan. By the way, that was a stupid move. It's a dumb move. He always wanted to get back in the NFL, though. I think that was his motivation. He wanted to come and win at the NFL level. But anyway, we're gonna move into He played for Miami. Okay, so there you go. So we're going to move into what years, because he, if he was in the 80s, he might have did blow with Mike Irvin. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay, he was right in there. We'll start out with on our BS segment. What are you listening to? What are you listening to this week?
I've been listening to a lot of Creed, Linkin Park, changing up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of 90s grunge mainly. Kind of in that mood this weekend. I say a lot, not a lot. Just kind of when I'm in a mood to listen to music, that's what I'm kind of gravitating toward right now.
I've been mixing a little 90s and 2000s hit mix in with it. But
Yeah. What are you watching right now?
actually, we have been watching this new series on Apple TV called Hijack.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Is it good?
It took a little bit to get into it, but once we got into it, it was real good. It was just slow starting, and we finished the first season. And in the first season, they hijack an airplane. That's what the whole season's about.
Okay.
In the second season, they hijack a metro train. So we're just starting that one.
I see. So it's just, various forms of transportation. They choose season to season to hijack.
Yeah, it's the whole.
That's the premise.
The whole series are based on the same guy. He's a negotiator,
Okay.
and he just gets caught in it every time.
Somebody hijacking a plane, my mind goes back to the Con Air Park where in those cases like put the buggy down.
Nicole started watching the series without me, and I think finished it. Called His and Hers with John Bernthal. Yeah, John Bernthal is probably one. I love him. He was Shane in Walking Dead. He was Brad in Wolf of Wall Street. He's a good actor. He played in a not Gangster Squad, but a movie kind of based on Gangster Squad that was on TV. Can't remember what it was called, but it was based on that kind of thing.
Clearly, she's been watching it without me as well. So
Yeah, so I missed that one. But what I do want to watch is this show with Bert Kreischer called Free Bert. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be funny. And I told her, I was like, do not watch Free Bert without me.
right.
I was like, Bert Kreischer is my spirit animal.
Speaking of new shows and new series, let me pull this up here. John, you might want to throw a picture up there. It's we actually have a new series coming to the show.
We do. Hey, good segue.
It's called The Weekend Reset. The first episode will be Super Bowl Sunday.
You should have had that on the ready, John.
It's been a day, all right. I got it right here.
Anyway, so new show coming to Satsuma Valley Studios, The Weekend Reset.
Says The Weekend Reset is premiering Sunday, February 8th before the Super Bowl. And it's about what teens are really talking about right now. Fashion trends, what's blowing up on social media, real teen reflections, casual teen stuff you actually care about. Think chill conversations, real vibes, and a space to pause before the big game energy takes over. Whether you're scrolling TikTok, planning your fit, or just thinking about life lately, this one's for you.
Okay. See, I thought something totally different. I thought it was going to be like for on Sunday after you stop drinking when you
Resetting for the
when
new
you're
week?
resetting for the week. I thought that might have been what it was about, but no, it's totally something way more innocent than that. I get it. No, I get it. I can relate a lot to teenage vibes and things, and
And that'll be streaming on Facebook and YouTube on Satsuma
maybe
Valley.
I can tune in and kind of take a selfie with my Monday fit and say, hey, what do you think about this one?
Yeah.
Do you know, because, you do have girls, do you know what's trending in this world right now?
I know when to shut up and not talk about it because I'm very uncool. And you ever get that Dad, stop. You ever get that? Yeah, Dad, stop. Stop it. Or eye roll or whatever. I tend to get that one. I have one that's nicer about it than the other, and y'all decide which one is the mean one. I'll give you 2 guesses. I know. We got a couple in the audience who probably know exactly who I'm talking about.
Probably the one that stays the night at my house.
Yeah, probably. It might be her. She does not cut me any slack, and nor does she cut very many people any slack. So,
She told me during football season she was going to teach you how to do backflips.
yeah, she ain't doing that. My cartwheeling and somersaulting days are over, I believe. I'm past that. Retiring. He's had those times when she first got into competitive gymnastics where I go out and get on her mats with her or air track and just kind of mess around. And no, those days are over. Yeah. So let's all we're all going to get into Freebird at the same time and we'll talk about it. That's the deal. Okay. All right. So. So we're gonna throw the flag on anything. I don't know if I have anything specifically to throw the flag on, John, this week.
I do.
Okay, well go ahead with it.
People who go nuts and buy out the entire store because it's going to get cold.
Oh, that's a good one. Because I went to Walmart on what day was it? Sunday evening late. I was trying to buy some stuff. Oh, that's not a duck. It's a goose. Get it right. So maybe it was Monday. I was getting some stuff to do. No, it wasn't Monday. It would have been Sunday late. Anyway, I was getting some stuff for some taco soup, right? Y'all cook taco soup, beans, corn, just a bunch of. It's very easy. You just take a bunch of cans of stuff and dump it in a pot. Very easy. Okay, but Walmart did not have hardly any of the kind of beans I needed. They definitely didn't have any kind of pinto beans anywhere. So people have bought all the pinto beans. And I'm like, how can you possibly need every can of pinto beans in Walmart?
So Leslie Kay went to the store the other day. She went to Walmart in Silsbee. Mind you, somebody that's a friend of ours that works at Walmart in Lumberton says, "Oh, our shelves are completely empty." She goes to Walmart in Silsbee. Everything's still on the shelf except for the Walmart brand bread, and the beer aisle was empty. So that tells you the difference between shopping in Lumberton and shopping in Silsbee.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, look, people in Silsbee, during a situation where they got to stay home, it might be Bloody Marys and beer at 9:30 a.m. It might be, especially certain parts of town. Who knows? It's
have an ice party.
Yeah. There you go. Now,
I saw this meme the other day. It was a bunch of people at Walmart on the toilet paper aisle, all fighting over toilet paper. And it says, if you know anybody that's sporadically buying excessive amounts of toilet paper, inform them that the snow does not give them diarrhea.
Yeah, that's what, that's kind of what I was thinking about. I was like, because we went through this with, and this is a whole nother thing, is that now they name the winter storms. Yeah. So this was Fern. Okay. So we had Uri a couple of years ago. Or a few years ago. It's getting to the point where everything is a major event, and that's what people feed off of, and that's what.
And all I can think on every time I see all this stuff, like every time you talk about a winter storm and everybody starts going nuts, everywhere else in the United States except for Texas, it's normal.
Yeah,
like it's normal weather.
Oh, you know what? I've got a daughter in college, and she has friends from northeast area, I'll say, and they're like, "Why do y'all freak out about this?
Yeah.
This is not that big a deal." Well, because we're not used to it. It's all about what you're used to. It's and yeah. Do I think? Look, corporations seeing how much money. You can't make me not believe that corporations see how much money you make with tropical storms, other kind of storms. People freak out and they make a lot of money off this. And so now anytime you have any kind of storm any kind of weather that's going to impact people negatively, impact travel, things like that, they're going to make money. So I feel like Walmart and the Weather Channel may be pushing this 100%.
Oh yeah. It just cracks me up that these other places that this is normal weather. When they get this kind of storms, it's for days and days at a time. We live in Texas where the weather's probably going to change by lunchtime.
Correct. And but you get 12 hours of sub-freezing in Texas, in our part of Texas, and it's a really, really big deal. And it's a big deal for a lot of different things, infrastructure, road.
Well, and I'll say this, so those people, what I would say to those people up north is it is slightly a different kind of cold because they don't have the humidity. So that warm air coming in isn't freezing on them. The ice, it's just different.
I don't know. I tend to believe that it's just a moneymaker. But anyway, it is what it is. People make their money. People get off work. It's not always fun for the people who have to work out in it, but it's, get a day off school, get a day home from work, get cozy. Maybe you make some memories that pick some positives out of it, I guess, But one definitely not one that is not positive is the store shelves being empty and you can't get basic necessities when you have one of these or whatever. So, but anyway, we'll move on. We're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. If you like what we do, we remind you to like, share, follow us and our other Satsuma Valley properties. Look out for new shows. Look out for changing things as we go forward. And we will be here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock ish to give you the local sports and our takes on national topics. And we will we'll continue to do so until we've been doing it for 5 years now, so they hadn't run us off yet. And we fluctuate with viewership and everything, and that's why we're trying to get better at doing it. That's why we're trying to get better at local events and local sports, and we will get there. So y'all hang in there with us, and we'll see you next week, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And until then, I'm Josh Marvel, and this is Jacob over here, and we will see you next week. And until then, the rolling on the field
stands.
Thanks, guys.